Right guys, and welcome back to On The Bench LFC. In today's video I'm going to be talking about some of the transfer rumours of today. Just going to give you some updates on what's going on players leaving, staying, all the situations like that. So stay tuned for the rest of the video guys.
Coutinho!
Right guys, how you all doing? Hopefully you've had a good day today. Obviously we got the win last night guys, that's wicked. It would have been a lot better to see it if we would have kept it at 2-0, but we Liverpool guys, we never do anything easy, especially in Europe. You're all aware of that by now. Yeah, overall I was happy with the game. If you didn't see, I did like a live stream last night, which was like my first ever live stream where it's not very interesting at all. I was just basically setting up stream, learning all the settings and things like that. So if any of you guys watched that, then yeah, let me know whether it looked any good or whatever. But the content wouldn't have been the best, but I'm going to be doing more live streams as the channel progresses. So yeah, if you're looking forward to that, then let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to do another live stream over the next couple of days. So yeah, anyway, thank you to anyone that's liked any of my previous videos and any of you subscribers. It means a hell of a lot that you've subscribed to me already, and if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. I'm going to be doing so many videos. I've got videos coming out my ears. Like I want to do at least one video every day. I mean, like I said earlier, I've got some live streams that I want to do. Like, yeah, just hit the subscribe button guys. Like, it means an absolute lot, and obviously any of you guys that know how much effort goes into making these videos, you'll understand that it's not easy. It takes up my personal time, and just make sure to stay tuned on the channel for any of my updates. And yeah, now the season's going, there'll be a lot more videos based around actual football instead of just rumours, and once the transfer window's closed, it gives us more chance to concentrate on how Liverpool are actually playing and things like that, not just transfer rumours. So in this video today, I want to start with saying that Sheyi Ojo has completed a season-long loan move to Fulham. What do you guys make on this? I think that's brilliant. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. And yeah, I really wish him well at Fulham guys. I think he needed to go out on loan. Obviously I think it was probably a toss-up between Kent and Ojo, and Ojo's been chosen to go on loan, and I believe that we're going to keep Kent in this transfer window. What do you guys think on that? Would you have preferred to have kept Ojo? Are you happy that we've kept Kent and loaned out Ojo this year? And do you guys think that if he does well, whether he would stay at Liverpool next year, or whether Liverpool just put him out on loan to then increase his transfer value and maybe sell him next year? I'm not too sure. I want to know what you guys think on that, because it's something that crossed my mind a little bit. So a couple of things in the media today, not too great for us, but I've got to keep you guys updated. I always tell you that I'll update you on certain players and certain situations and stuff, and one of them players is Oxlade-Chamberlain. I had said that he was to sign for Chelsea, but it looks like he's staying at Arsenal now. Arsene Wenger come out in a press conference and said that he really highly rates Chamberlain, and he's one of them players that's on the up, and he will not be sold in this transfer window. I think basically Wenger's just hoping that he sign a contract extension at them if they keep him for another season, which is pretty similar to us with the Emre Can contracts situation. So can't blame him really. I would have liked to see Chamberlain come to us, but if he's not going to come to Liverpool, then I'd rather him not go to Chelsea. I think we're used to him being at Arsenal, and we're used to how good he plays there, but if he was added to Chelsea, he might make him stronger. So I don't really want that to happen, because obviously Chelsea won the league last year. So let me know what you think on that one guys. It's a shame really that he's not coming to Liverpool, but obviously I'd rather him stay where he is than go to one of our other competitors. So that's the update on that one guys. Another update on Virgil van Dijk. Obviously there's a lot of talk and a lot of pundits and ex-professional players that have said that Virgil van Dijk, the move to Liverpool, will happen before the end of the transfer window. But today there's been talks that basically Southampton are really adamant that they're not going to let him go, and that Southampton now are not a selling club. They really want to change direction. They want to move from that being a selling club and want to progress more and become a better club. Obviously everyone knows they're like a bit of a selling club for Liverpool. Like, they're like a feeding ground. Like we tend to poach all their best players from time to time, and I think other clubs have done that as well. And if you look back over history, like most of the players that Southampton have had that they've sold on, if they had them in a starting 11, would be a really strong team. So maybe that's good for Southampton, but it's not great news for us at the moment guys. Obviously we all want to see him come to us, Whether the player will still keep kicking up a fuss, whether he can do any more than what he's possibly done, I don't know. I think by coming out in the press, obviously that was maybe his final move that he had to try and force a move. And if that's not worked, then I don't know whether anything will, guys. Obviously, I said before, Southampton would rather let him rot on the bench than to sign for us. I think it's all pretty stupid. Obviously, we don't own a football club. We're not a manager of a football club. But if you had a really good player, he doesn't want to play for you though, and you could get a substantial amount of money, then surely you should let him go. I'd take the money. But obviously there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes that obviously we're not aware about. So who knows with that one, guys, but that's the update on Van Dijk anyway. Obviously it's not a great update, but nothing really is too fantastic to do with Liverpool at the moment and transfer updates and things. So yeah, and that leads me to Philippe Coutinho. I read something today that basically Philippe Coutinho, his next step is to go on strike. Apparently he stated that he will never kick a ball for Liverpool Football Club again. I think that's absolutely fucking disgraceful if that is what he said. Obviously we don't know what's true and what's false at the moment, so we've really got to remember that one, guys. Like, I know a lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon that he's doing this, he's doing that, and I think a lot of people do believe everything you read in the media, and from my experience you can't read everything. However, if this is true and Coutinho said that he will not kick another football for Liverpool Football Club, then I think like just go fuck yourself basically, because that has really like tipped the boat for me. Like, I really do think that up until that point that I've read that, if that is true, I was saying that if Coutinho needed a bit of time, obviously I'm well aware that he would want to move to Barcelona, and I'm pretty sure a lot of players would. However, now hearing this, if he's saying that he'll go on strike and he won't kick a ball again, I think that's absolutely pathetic. Obviously we're well aware of Van Dijk handling the transfer requests and stuff, and he come out and said that he's not training with the first team, but that's not his choice. If Coutinho is making a choice and this is how he's going to try and force a move to Barcelona, then in my opinion you're an absolute fucking dick, mate. Like, you just don't do that, do you know what I mean? And I'm really disappointed with that one, guys, because I really like Coutinho. He's one of my favourite players. I think he's got a massive future. He's already one of them players that's done so well for us already. But do you really treat the fans and the players and the team that has brought you to the stage that you are now and made him good enough to be able to move to a team like Barcelona? Obviously, when he was at Inter Milan, we took a real chance on him, and I saw the interview where Steven Gerrard said Liverpool made him the player that he is today and that he should give us at least another season. I agree on that, guys, and I'd like to know what you think. But to me, if he was still at Inter Milan, he might not have been nowhere near as good as what he is now. Like, he's been coached by Brendan Rodgers, which, yeah, you might laugh, but obviously there was a certain amount of development under Brendan Rodgers, whether that was just a natural course or whether it was Rodgers or the training staff's doing, I'm not too sure. But I think Klopp has took him up to that next level, and yeah, to just come out and do something like that, I think one of the first rumours to do with him going to Barcelona is that he would only move if a deal could be settled amicably between the two clubs. But now, in my opinion, the way he's acting is just, I don't know, guys, I'm really frustrated about it. I'm sick of talking about it. I'd love for it to just go away either way now. I think if we was to sell Coutinho, I'd rather it happen now than later on in the transfer window, because we've only got a couple of weeks left anyway. And if we sold Coutinho with only a few days left in the transfer market, to get a replacement of his quality is already a difficult task, let alone like only having a few days to do that. So I'd rather like that deal be done. If he's going to go to Barcelona and he's really kicking up that much of a stink, like, give him a backhander and send him out the door. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's an absolute joke. Like I said on Van Dijk, I would take the money if that is what's going on there and he really wants to leave. Then so be it. You go, get the money for him, but get a replacement in now. I do not want to see Liverpool go out and spunk that money, if we get money, like a good amount for Coutinho, on 2 or 3 players that are 20 million players that could be or whatever. I don't want to see that. I want to see you take Coutinho out of the team, he goes to Barcelona, we forget about him, good luck in the future, but we're getting a player that is of that quality, of that ilk. We've been linked with Insigne for that left wing position. Yeah, brilliant. One of my only concerns is that Liverpool knew about this a lot longer ago than what we've been made aware, and the Salah deal was as a replacement for Coutinho. What do you guys think on that? I've seen a few things over the media where a few people have said that that could be the possibility, and it could be, guys. In my opinion, that could be the case, but I just hope it isn't. You know, like, I'm pretty sure that you lot agree with me on this, that we need to get in another player up there, because to lose Coutinho and only have got in Salah, like, it's not an improvement. It's a like for like, and Coutinho does a completely different thing in that team to what Salah does. I think Klopp wanted to build a team around Coutinho, but again, the rumours to do with the Coutinho situation is very much that Klopp and Coutinho fell out. And that's been going on for a while now. Don't know how true that is. I tried to look over some of the footage from the season to see whether you could tell that there was a little bit of friction between the two, but I really couldn't see anything, guys. So hopefully that's just false. I'm not too sure on that. But just to quickly go off of the Coutinho subject and sticking with Barcelona. Apparently the deal for Dembele that was apparently agreed between Borussia Dortmund and Barcelona, apparently that's not true. There's no talks going on at the moment. So, I don't know. Does that mean for us that Barcelona know that they're definitely getting Coutinho, they're really waiting for him to go on strike or whatever he's going to do, and that they're not in for Dembele? I think personally that they are in for both, but I don't know whether they get both at the same time. But with how it's going, one of our two clubs, either us or Borussia Dortmund, are going to lose one of their best players. So it's a bit of a downer there, really. And to be honest, when things like this happen, it's shit all round, isn't it, for the fans of the club that lose the player. But if the club get a good enough amount of money in, then obviously they can use that to buy another player and a good name that the fans will appreciate on the pitch. I'm not too sure, so just got to wait and see on that one, guys. But obviously I'm going to keep you up to date with the Dembele situation as well as Coutinho, just for the pure fact that I think that is slightly linked, because if Barcelona got Dembele, I'm not too sure that they would still go for Coutinho. I don't know, but I will just keep you updated on that anyway, guys. Last thing to do with that, and this video has mainly been about Coutinho now, which I didn't really want it to be, but obviously there's a lot going on with Coutinho at the moment. There's been a lot all over the media. Wijnaldum had an interview today, and he just stated that the whole team really do not want to lose Coutinho, would really like to keep him. Obviously, when you've got a player that is of that quality, I'm pretty sure every team would want to keep him, and the players and that, but I think Coutinho is quite a popular figure as well amongst the team. Obviously Firmino had come out as well and said that he really doesn't want to think about Coutinho leaving, because he's not only a friend but a world-class player. And there's been other players that have talked about Coutinho, like Emre Can also had an interview on it where he said that Coutinho, in his opinion, is up there with the world's best, so he doesn't want to see him go. But Chan was the only one that, in my opinion, got it right, which he said he doesn't want to see Coutinho go and he thinks he's world class. However, Chan said, but if that does happen, we're to go again. And that's it, guys. That's the bottom line of it all. If Coutinho goes, Liverpool need to go again. We need to pick up ourselves. We need to go into the transfer market, get an out-and-out replacement for Coutinho. If it's not a player that's got the same skill set as Coutinho, then we need to bring in a big name, someone that can come in and improve that squad. And to be honest with you, Coutinho is an influential player in the team, but he's not like a captain influential player, if you know what I mean. He's someone that he does the talking with his feet, and he often gets us out of a bit of trouble, and he creates space, and we all know his talents. But since we lost Steven Gerrard, I touched about the defence and that, we haven't got a player that really pulls people into line. If the team's playing shit, say if like a defender's not doing his job, say if a winger or an attacker's not getting back in and helping the team defend, we haven't got anyone that's literally like, you can hear him holler across the pitch and going like, look, get back in, do your job, do you know what I mean? Or when we let in a goal, like, I can't see anyone that's really going, look, chin up guys, pick yourselves up, like, come on, let's carry on. So to me, if we do get a replacement in, it's got to be someone that's like got leadership qualities for definite. Like, we lost Lucas in this transfer window, that was a big figure in the background. Like, apparently he organised a lot of events for the players and things like that behind the scenes. So that's a massive figure going. So we need to get in some more players like that, guys. And yeah, a lot of our players, like, I think if we kept Emre Can seems to be more of a natural leader than Henderson, in my opinion. But obviously we don't know whether he's staying or going. And Chan's still fairly young himself. So obviously I think if we manage to keep him, we've got his best years ahead. One of his qualities will be leading from the middle of the park. So I want to see that one stay as it is. Just quickly touching on that as well, I've just remembered Juventus have signed Matuidi, or they're about to sign Matuidi. I think he's having a medical. So that's good news for us, because obviously they had said that they would have preferred to sign Emre Can instead of their other targets, which Matuidi was one of them. Now that they've got him going through, does that mean that Emre Can, now Juventus have left that one? So fingers crossed on that one, guys. We just want to keep Can and get him to sign a new contract extension. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video, guys. Obviously, leave a like on the video as always, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I want to hear your guys' views on what I've spoke about in this video today, and yeah, I just would like to get more interaction with you guys, and I want anyone to subscribe to the channel already. Let me know like where you're from, what do you like about the channel, what would you want to see from this channel in the future. Obviously, it's only been going for about a week, so I've got plenty of time to grow, and I'm hoping that you can see that the channel's already improving. I'm really trying and striving to make this channel as good as what I possibly can get it. And part of that is to get more interaction with you guys. So as always, subscribe to the channel, and I'm out, guys.
Coutinho!